Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. I thought I would rank the hunting skills and combat skills based off of what I prefer or what I think is the best. This is only a personal opinion piece and is not meant to in any way be a guide for what you should do because everybody's different and likes things different and treats their character in separate ways. So first I think we're going to do hunting skills. Deadly shot. We're going from least to best, I think. Deadly shot. Deadly shot kills an enemy in one hit, but the chance of it going off are low. This can be very useful, however, I don't know, it just is one that I'm not particularly a fan of and never really have been. Next we have multiple shot. This shoots multiple arrows at an orc, and the higher the level of this you have, the more it will shoot. Quite useful, not too bad at all. Aim shot. Aim shot will hit an enemy every time. The higher the level of this, the more damage it will do. I really like this one. Electric shock. Discharges an electric shock at an orc. The higher the level, the more powerful. But it can backfire at level 3, potentially, on you. I really like this one because it does a tremendous amount of damage and is very useful. And the last one I'm going to rank is Hail of Arrows. This, in my opinion, is the most powerful, and the reason it is because if you have level 3, it will shoot 30 arrows at an enemy. If your power is incredibly high or really high, it could potentially do a tremendous amount of damage. It's most useful on the warlocks and other stronger enemies. As I said, these can be interchangeable upon your own personal preference, but that is hunting skills for me and what I like. Alright, now it's on to combat skills. Again, least to best in my opinion. Bandage. This will heal back some of your health depending on what level of bandage you have as to how much it will give you back. Level 1 20%, level 2 40, and level 3 60%. This I use the least, not to say it isn't useful or that someone else may find it a skill they use all the time. Just in my personal opinion, I hardly use it. Next we have Clout. Clout delivers a punch to the enemy, and if you land that punch, it will reduce their luck by a certain percentage. Again, level 1 20%, level 2 40, level 3 60. Shield protects you against attacks, does less damage to you when the shield is active. Again, this is a percent based skill. So 20%, 40, and then 60, as were the others. Next we have Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry causes you to hit an opponent multiple times. The higher the level of the Blade Flurry, the more strikes you will potentially land or get on an enemy. Next we have Trap. This one's very useful in my opinion, especially in the tower. I think it's most helpful. The tower and the troll caves can be very helpful in the arena, but it traps your enemy, and if you have level 3, you have a chance of double trapping them, so they can't get out and are still trapped, thus letting you get another hit upon your opponent. So very useful. Very, very useful in the tower, as I said, and the troll caves, where I think this particular skill shines the most. Pierce. A one-shot takedown of your enemy. Though, if your opponent has a lot of speed, they can dodge this, and in the arena it seems to be dodged quite a bit, at least where I am in the rankings. Perhaps other people find it more useful. Not to say this isn't useful, because it's a little up on my list here, as you can see. That's because it's most useful in the tower when it comes to minion floors. It doesn't work on bosses after level 200, but minion floors it works wonders on. So Very useful for the tower, and the tower being one of my favorite things about the game, so I like it. Next, we have Fireball. Does what it says it is. Shoots a fireball towards your enemy. Does X amount the damage. Depending on the level, it goes higher. Very useful, can be very powerful, especially if you have the power for your knight, your strength. So, very useful in combination with Trap. Very useful, I find, in the tower as well. So, it's one I use quite often. Next, we have Bowshot, one of the epic skills that you must be a general to be able to use and purchase. The Bowshot on level 3. The Bowshot is quite useful. If you hit somebody in the leg with the bow, it slows them down. You hit them in the arm, it lessens their strength. Of course, you can get a headshot taking them out immediately in the fight. Very useful, though in the arena I see that it gets blocked quite a bit. So though I like it a lot, it depends on the situation in which I use it. This one's very useful for the troll caves, especially, from what I find. Very, very useful. Mirror Image. This one's very useful in the arena and the tower and the troll caves. The higher the level, the more mirror image of your knight is created, thus giving an opportunity for you to not get hit when your enemy attacks. May he attack the wrong person. May he attack the mirror image, thus giving you a chance to sneak up behind him and chop him in the neck. I find this one very useful, though. Very, very good. I advise and I suggest that you try it, especially in the tower and troll caves. Drain Life. I didn't know where to place this one because when it does go off, it can be quite useful, especially in the arena and in the troll caves. It can be useful in the tower as well. It's one of the epic skills, and you must be a warlord to be able to use it or buy it. The higher the level you have, the more damage you can steal from your enemy. Very, very useful, especially if it goes off within a battle. It steals life from your opponent and gives it back to you, thus taking life from them and healing you at the same time. And finally, we have Curse of Agony. I think this is the best one, especially in the arena and troll caves. Very, very useful, putting a curse on your enemy and having them drain their life over time due to the curse. Very good stuff. You must be a high warlord to purchase or use this particular skill. But I think it's the best overall. So there you have it. There's my rankings for the best hunting and combat skills. Again, this is very subjective. You may find other skills to be useful in your situations, and you may find that they may work better for you in the tower and troll caves, depending on what you find to be most useful. So, again, there we are, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Until next time, may legends be born.